Ready.
Good afternoon. How are you? Hi, everybody. I have a really cool presentation that I want to share with you guys. And Mr. Banks doesn't know why I'm in here. So I'm gonna, if I can I borrow your, no, can I borrow this so we can connect my computer? Sure. Okay, so give us just a second. This is gonna be super cool, just wait and see.
All right, we'll come back to Dudamel and the New World Symphony in a moment. Perhaps, I don't know.
Well, to be honest, I don't know if I have this one on mine. Let's see. Technical difficulties. Oh, I don't think I have this one on mine. Let's see. Okay, that's all right. We will just, I'm trying to see why we want to do this. How about if I come around this way? We'll come around here, Mr. Banks. Yes, that'll be perfect. All right, so that way. All right, so I'm gonna be quiet and I'm gonna let my guest on the computer share why we're here today.
Good afternoon, Mr. Banks.
Good afternoon.
We're so honored to meet you and your students. I'm from the University of North Florida, and I've got a team with me. If we could all wave, we're from UNF.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, and so excited to meet your students too. Good afternoon. What an honor and a privilege. I've heard a lot about you. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Dr. Diane Yendol-Hoppey. She is the Dean of our College of Education and Human Services. And then she might be also in another esteemed guest as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello there, Mr. Banks, and thank you very much, Ms. Knight, for introducing us today. I have some very exciting news to share with you. Every year, for the last 23 years, the University of North Florida's College of Education and Human Services has had the privilege of helping Mr. Gilchrist Berg recognize deserving local public school teachers by awarding the Gladys Pryor Awards. This is a one-of-a-kind award. It's among the largest monetary awards for teachers in the nation, all made possible by Mr. Berg, who happens, this is very unusual, to actually be on our Zoom call right this moment. He established this award in 1998 to honor his teacher, Gladys Pryor, who was his fourth grade teacher at Ortega Elementary School here in Duval County. He awards this to 4 deserving teachers each year who have 10 or more years of teaching in our area and have made a profound impact on their students. Before I move on, I would just like to share some of the nuggets that were pulled from the letters that talked about you, Mr. Banks. They are just lovely. One colleague wrote in to say, he is not just an educator, he is an advocate, and he utilizes his position for good and truly cares about leveling the playing field for students that may start life with certain disadvantages. He is an inspiration and one of the only teachers that I know of that has gone to this extent to make a difference in the lives of our children. Parents and students described him as an enthusiastic leader with a good sense of humor, believing that perfect practice makes perfect. He reinforces the concept by not accepting anything less than he expects from his students. And one of your former students said, he has a special gift. He finds talent in his students that they don't even know they have. He makes us better as players and as people. Such an exciting thing. So I do want you to know that with this wonderful award that puts you in the in the group of people that have been nominated over the last so many years, in addition to that honor, you also receive a $15,000 check from Mr. Berg to recognize what you have done to make a difference.
Well, hardly know what to say except thank you so much, Mr. Berg, who is a big advocate for the symphony, whom I used to be a member of, and I remember his advocacy for the symphony from all those years ago. Those are incredibly sweet things to hear from former students. And you know, as a teacher, you don't know what happens in the room one day, if that makes a difference down the road. And that just means the world to hear those kind of things from former students. I'm honored to be in such great company, including the woman who hired me here at LaVilla. Carol McQueen was a Gladys Pryor Award winner.
Wow.
And an inspiration to me from the very first day. And I even got to see her this past weekend and was reminded about what a spectacular person and teacher she was. So to be included in her company and so many others, yeah, I just don't hardly know what to make of it at the moment. So thank you all so much for this incredible honor. I don't know what else to say. Thank you.
Great.
Mr. Berg, I don't know if you wanted to take a moment to just share since you
Well, yeah, just very briefly, and to the students too. This is the first time I've really had an opportunity, and we have interrupted the head of the Federal Reserve, Chris, so that we could recognize you. I want you to know in what high standing you are, and for all of you there, including especially the girls there. You know, my grandmother, Chris, was like a 1910 Juilliard school student, and she became an opera singer and started the Jacksonville Symphony. But she also had a bent for the stock market, and so at age 10 she got me involved in that. So you can owe this award to a musician.
That's fantastic. Go J School.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Right,
It's
well,
an honor.
congratulations, and it's great to join you here.
So,
Thank you. Thanks for being here.
so in addition to this, we will have a wonderful celebration in September. We've tentatively scheduled the actual dinner that we will have at the River Club with Mr. Berg and the other recipients. And so Michelle Verkirk, who's on this call, she will be in touch with you to give you some of the details about that event and to collect information that will allow us to process the check for you. I know Mr. Berg always asks, what are you going to spend it on? So you have to be thinking about that. I think he likes you to spend it on you, is what he usually says.
At least a percentage.
Duly
So,
noted. Thank you.
I don't know if your principal would like to say anything. I know there's a room full of children before we get off.
Well, as soon as we get off, I'm actually going to make an announcement for everyone to hear and understand what magnitude and how big this is. I don't know if you heard them say, but only 4 teachers in Duval County get this every year. So if you think about how many teachers we have, that's huge. And I think that you guys probably know, having Mr. Bakes as a teacher, what a phenomenal teacher he is. This isn't just a job for him. You guys are his life. And so I just want you guys to realize how special you are for having him be a part of your education and teaching you all about music and how to be a musician. So I honestly can't think of a better person to get this award, and I'm tickled for you because it's so deserving.
Thank you very much. Well, we know you have a job to do, so we will let you get back to that. I'm sure your students are going to be super excited, and just have a wonderful day. Thanks for being a difference maker. Teaching is the career that just keeps giving and giving, and we're grateful to you.